Jules. If you join me here on my stream, you are one of my treasures. As always, welcome to what I like to call Area 5T1, where we do discuss the 5Ts of my channel. We talk about transition, we talk triathlon, we talk trends, teaching/tips, and trucks. When I do talk about trucks, I do focus on my Nissan Xterra. It is a 2008 that I am currently doing a resto mod on. Let's see, I am trying to see, it looks like here I've got two different episodes going, I've got up here. So I hope most people get to the correct one. And as I was saying earlier, we are now monetized on the channel. There one can give super chats. Just remember that when it comes to super chats, super stickers, 10% will be donated to Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, and then another 10% will go to the Church of Korhor. So please welcome to the stream, and we can move on and see how things go tonight. We can talk about any of the topics that are in the stream. Like I said, there are many topics. Hello, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, you are a treasure here. Welcome to where we talk about the 5Ts in Area 5T1. My neon lights are out at this time. I do have to do some repair to them. I may be doing some work on my Xterra this weekend. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. You are in Area 5T1. Hello, how are you doing? Cringe, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? CR7, welcome. Hey butterflies, welcome to the stream. Lots of good news today. We have now made, now we can do super chats. As we know, super chats, super stickers, 20% will be donated to charities. Well, Chris, you don't need to be here if that's how you're going to come in and just start putting insults. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. No, I'm not a smoker. No, I'm not, John. Well, welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Butterflies, what happens is people make assumptions. So, they might characterize certain things because one is transgender, they automatically they you know, think that one is. Hello, Cairo. Welcome to the stream. Everyone, please do hit a like, subscribe, and comment. Also, realize that now we are monetized, so now we can leave super chats and super stickers. Do remember that, actually, yeah, 10% or 20% will be donated to charity. 10% going into the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, and then 10% to the Church of Korhor. Correct. You know, it might be a reflection of them. You know, a reflection of what what they do. Hello, everyone. Please do hit a like, subscribe, and comment down below, or comment in the, or just jump into the chat box. You know, our first thing is to always try to hit 10 likes. Scott, I don't believe in Jesus. I am an atheist. Carol, I'm doing great. Having a good weekend. And today was I have 3-day weekends every week. So today, you don't have to, Scott, like I said, I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. As always, you are a treasure. I'll tell you, God is really, if you look at it, there's so many different countries. You should just, like, when you, butterflies, when you go in there and you click, you can also hit hide user from this channel, and it'll completely take their comments off the channel. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm doing great, Cure. You know, Pakistan, I really haven't been lately. News I haven't been watching a lot, so I can't really tell you what's going on a lot on it there. Um, so hello, everyone. Please do hit a like and subscribe. I know I get a lot on the about Israel, and you know, and over there, at this time I'm not taking sides because it's like I've got subscribers on both sides. I am a transgender woman. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Yeah, I try to stay neutral here on the stream. And lately I haven't, I mean, I don't really have cable, and if anything, I catch it here on YouTube. But I think you and most cable agencies tend to be very, uh, like one station will be very liberal, one will be uh, very, uh, very uh, conservative. Thank you, Cure, for saying that. Actually, mine's an Samsung A15. They're basically the same phone. Just one's less expensive. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Also, know that we have now the ability to receive super chats and super stickers. No, on I have Friday, Saturday, Sundays off. I gotcha. Yeah, every week I work 4 10-hour days, and this week I work 4 10-hour days. And then I'm gonna have the next week off. Um, and I'm going to San Diego, so we may have a week where you might get a few shorts here and there, but maybe a week without, without live streams. I know lately I've been kind of not posting as many during the week. Yeah, it should be fun. Actually, I land on a Saturday, and the next day on a Sunday, my daughter will be landing there. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Feel free to hit a like and subscribe. Yeah, I'm taking just about a week. Well, Jojo, that's how you feel. There's many other people that feel differently. Everybody's an individual. Or Juju. I'm here to be an advocate, and I'm here to be an advocate for the community, and try to help others. Oh, I know. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that. I guess I read it incorrectly. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Um, Tonight, I did wear like my almost a little bit of a see-through top. It is leopard print, and just really has a lace bra underneath, and my hair down. I thought I'd try it a little bit different. If you guys can see, can you guys tell me, is there a little like by your screen? Because I haven't watched one of my videos and it hasn't popped up on me. I know I can see how much will come in, but is there a little bit, a little dollar sign by your where your screen is at? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, you are a treasure here. Oh, I can see it by my I can actually see it on my stream now. Hello, Goose. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. In the past week, we did lose some subs. I think we lost. Well, we're gaining some more back. It's understandable. I know I hadn't been on most of the week. So, hello, Tommy. Welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Also, everyone be advised that this is the first stream where one can leave super stickers, super chats, any money that goes into there. 20% will go to charities, 10% to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. 10% to Transgender Resource Center, and 10% to Church of Korhor, which actually helps feed the needy. Actually, I don't have an OnlyFans. I actually shut down because nobody was going on it. So I'm a transgender woman, Kirsten. We are only 3 likes away from 10, so let's make our way there. Oh, cool. Please do hit a like, subscribe to the channel. Join us here at any time. Yeah, I've been transitioning for a year now. And this time, because I had transitioned a little bit in Florida for about 3, 4 months, then DeSantis, put in some rules, and so I decided to, eventually I moved out here to Albuquerque, and now it's very easy to, see someone and get hormone replacement therapy here. Um, so it's a cool. It's been a long process. Now I need to start my surgeries. So, um, I'm gonna start off with probably bottom surgery. It's going well, Zach. Welcome to the stream. How have you been? Please do leave a like, subscribe. I know you've been here before. Yeah, it is a long journey. Like some people, like I know people have gotten, you can get all your surgeries, but they say really a transition really, really never stops. So on my channel, it's called Area 5T1 because we do talk 5Ts on my channel. We do talk, first T is transition. The second one is triathlon, as I like to participate in triathlon. I talk trans, different clothing I like to wear, which you will see me wearing here on the channel. I talk, I do some teaching videos, and I talk about trucks because I do like to work on my Nissan Xterra. So I will talk about some of the work I do on that. There's a variety of things I will talk about. Under teaching, I do have subcategories like I'll do cooking, I'll do like urban myths, survival tips, and then I also teach all about high demand religions and my exit. I'm teaching about when I got into the Mormon church and my exit um, from it. Actually, I have put in an application to Mormon Stories. Hey, Huggy, welcome to the stream. Did you see the good news right here? We can now do super stickers and super chats. We met our goal in hours. Yeah, it's good news. I applied yesterday and they told me it was going to take about a month to get the approval. Like for one of them, they said 2 to 3 weeks. And then within hours, I had the approval of that. And then YouTube said to see if I was going to be able to get on the YouTube partnership program. And sure enough, boom, a day later, I'm approved. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. And I don't know if now it like filters down to... Actually, Chef, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It is not. Thank you, Alex. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Aubrey. Hello, everyone. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. Oh, that's okay, butterflies. We're slowly working our way back. I think I'm trying to think where we were at. We'd lost a few subs during the week, but that's okay. Actually, butterflies, yes, I am a music fan. I'm more of an 80s music fan. I mean, you can't go wrong with any 80s. Hey, Claudia, welcome to the stream. Claudia, did you hear the good news? We now have super stickers and super chats. Uh, Please no Jesus talk on the channel. I'm not me myself, I don't believe in Jesus or God. Oh, speaking of which, Huggy, I don't even know what time Joe's doing it at tomorrow, but it's more of a private meeting. He's doing it like on a Zoom meeting. We're doing a deconstruction ceremony. Yeah, old school funk and house. In the 80s, like even the rap music it started, it was great. Yeah, I that one's gonna be on a Zoom meeting, so you have to RSVP on the church, on the Church of Core Horrors website, and then basically RSVP to it, and then go to it. Um, but basically, what it is for people that have it's mainly for people that are deconstructing and kind of get your last thing, basically to share why you did. Aubrey, I didn't, I just say I don't believe in him. No, Igor, being a non-believer does not have to do with not being a believer. Yes, we're monetized now, Claudia. If you look under the stream, there should be a little dollar sign there, and that's where people can give donations now, or send a super chat or a little sticker. Hey, AT Chick, welcome. How you doing? Everyone say welcome to AT Chick. AT Chick actually has been on the Godless Church meetings I go to. No, actually, I've been training myself to. I did get out of that habit. Oh, I know. But you know what? Actually, Huggy, I think we're getting less today. I'm doing great. Aubrey, I am 54. Yeah, AT chick, I'm doing great. Tomorrow, I guess tomorrow is when Joe's gonna do the deconstruction ceremonies. I think I'm gonna be there. I do have a candle for that. I've already RSVP'd. Hey Willie, welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Hello Paul, welcome to the stream. I know that's not old. You're only as old as you feel, really. How's everything up there in Canada, AT Chick? I have other subs that are in Canada also. Uh, in fact, I have one of my moderators up in Canada. Um, it's still cold, actually, which is kind of funny here. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and last Saturday it was snowing. We actually had active snow. Tomorrow it's going to be 70 degrees, or even in the 80s. It's weird how quick the change. Hello, everyone. Everyone that's just joining us and you are a subscriber, please be advised that now we have now gotten the ability to do super chats and super stickers. This is our first live stream with that, so I just want to make sure everybody knows that. Yeah, when I lived in Florida, it was the same thing with rain. Like, you could be raining in your front yard, but not in your backyard. Um, oh, we're getting back up there in subs. We're doing great. I saw that, Aubrey. Well, thank you. But I'm not. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Please do hit a like and subscribe. We can talk about any of our 5Ts here. We can talk about transition. We can talk about triathlon. We can talk trends, teaching slash tips, or I can talk about trucks. I have a 2008 Nissan Xterra that I like to work on. Well, thank you, Aubrey. So we can talk about any of those topics. Look at that. We are 13 minutes in. We're at 9 likes. We have, I think we're getting back to where we were on subs. I think we were at 1374. So hopefully we can so ooh, AT Chick. Thank you. You are my first super on my stream. Look at that, you guys. That is the first super sticker I have received. Thank you to AT Chick in Canada. So you did a first here. Yes, Claudia, woohoo! Thomas is hiding. I found Thomas's new place to hide. He'll hide under the computer desk. Today I left AT Chick, Thomas is my dog that I adopted about 6 weeks ago now. He's a Dalmatian mix. Usually he's laying down up here, but now he likes to lay under my desk for some reason. better than on my desk, how I found them one time. Okay, we have reached 10 likes, you guys. Let's try to make it 15. Uh, yeah, he's a cool dog. Like I said, he's a Dalmatian mix. He is deaf. Knows some hand signals, but he's he's a cool dog. Um, well, yeah, we're at 11 likes now, so her channel is under Mama Shar, but it's Momma. So it's spelled this way. That's how you would get. Um, uh, she actually lives like 10 minutes from my house, if that. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do hit a like and subscribe. We are at 13 likes, trying to make it to 15, and then we will up it from there. Our subscriber count has gone up slowly, back to where we were last week. Throughout this week, I didn't stream. Sounds good, Huggy. Hope to see you back soon. Oh, thank you. And I'm surprised how many people see it through my glasses. I don't know if it's because of the clear frames. Let me check if this is an important text. I filmed from my camera on my phone. It seems like I get more traffic when I do from my phone with a vertical stream, but it took me a while to figure out exactly how to get my eyeliner this way. One thing I will probably be doing is, for now that the channel is monetized, you can do memberships. What I'm gonna do is, a lot of people do what, get ready with me, like streams in the mornings. I may try to do those, but I may do those as something for people that are members. So do videos like that for members. Well, thank you. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Hello everyone and welcome. Just bring up any topics. Someone earlier was asking what kind of music I like. I'm an 80s I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm really big into 80s music. Also, sometimes I will play music here from the Church of Korhor. It's always fun to listen to a couple of songs from there because they've got some pretty good music. It is a godless church, so it doesn't preach anything. It was there were signs as a kid that start manifesting themselves. Then 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 as a teenager there was more signs of it. But I really hit it, and then eventually as I got older and in my adult years, I did go to therapy. And and it felt hard as I grew up because you have such a misogynistic world most of the times. Oh, I know that night that he was doing those AI songs, Chewbacca. That's not the way to ask that such a question. So I can only imagine what some of your other questions will be like. Well, Ivy, you don't have to be in here. And yes, Slave, I am trans. Me, as I was little, it had a lot to do when going to the bathroom. Once I learned, I knew once I was potty trained, I always had to sit. I couldn't go. I've never felt comfortable standing when I go. And then, in my teenage years, it came more as doing makeup and dressing. Yeah, she is. Yeah, I do watch stand-up comedy. Claudia, best stand-up comic I really like is right now it would have to be Jeff Dunham, but George Carlin was always good. I had a friend that was actually the opener for no, yeah, he was the opener for Rodney Dangerfield, and Rodney Dangerfield is a hilarious guy. Um, I and then Robin Williams was another great guy. It's unfortunate what some of these guys go through that, what ends up happening to them. Well, Pretty Red, first of all, I don't believe in God. Yes, Donald Trump's the president, and we accept that here. Uh, Technically, he's my boss. So um, I just got to move on with that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a subscribe, and uh, jump into the chat box with us. Correct, Slave. That's the thing is I don't push my agenda on people, it's not, and it's not even an agenda. That's the thing. It's just how we feel and how we want, um, and how, we feel within our bodies. That we're, of the, we weren't assigned the proper sex at birth. I'm sorry, T-Chick. I know. You want me to tell you something about Robin Williams? My daughter and I had just were big fans. You know the movie Robots? It's a little animated movie that he did. Me and her when she was a kid. It was we could probably still recite that movie together. And we went to Hollywood one year and we did the Walk of Fame and we took a picture by his star. Not weeks later, we were, at home, and then she sends me a text message. She's all, guess who died? And then she sent me a picture of the Robots cover. Oh yeah, Mork and Mindy. Yeah, see, I'm a Generation X uh, person. I was born in 1970. So yeah, I used to watch Mork and Mindy. That was one of his first things. My friend that was the opener for Rodney Dangerfield said that uh, he got to meet Robin Williams, and the guy would never run out of energy. He just had so much energy in him at all times. Um, and like right now, like I said, my favorite right now would probably have to be Jeff Dunham. The thing about Jeff Dunham is that he's so good, not not just at his puppeteering skills, but also does great with stand-up comedy because he always does that at first. Um, but then when he jumps on the ventriloquist part with his puppets, he can just be jumping for. I've seen him do an act where he had like 5 puppets on stage with him, and it like it looked like multiple were talking at one time. It was just amazing. So I think Jeff Dunham is probably one of the better ones at this time right now. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We are talking stand-up comedians right now. We were actually talking about the late Robin Williams because we were talking about our favorites. We were talking about how Robin Williams was one of our favorites. I was saying that right now I would have to say that Jeff Dunham is probably one of my favorites. I know he's not just a ventriloquist, but does great stand-up comedy. Also on Jeff Dunham's show, the guy that does Guitar Guy does real good too. I haven't seen him live. He was just here in Albuquerque about, I would say, 3 weeks ago, and I didn't find out till last minute when my RN that I work, the other nurse I work with, says, "Oh, I gotta get going soon." She's all, "I gotta go see Jeff Dunham." I'm like, "What? He's here?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's all, "You should check if there's still tickets left." But no, I've seen a lot of his acts on. I'll watch it, YouTube videos about him, and it's. But I just I'm amazed at his work. He makes all his own puppets, and on top of that, he's into cars. I'm big into cars. I'm a car person, always have been. I'm a truck person more than anything. Like right now, I have a Nissan Xterra that I'm tricking out. In fact, I was gonna work on it today, and I think I got a little lazy. But tomorrow, I am going hiking, taking my dog hiking, and after the hike, I will. There's this one sensor I've been having to change on my um, engine on my car, and then got this nice new roof rack that I want to put on there, and I got some other ideas brewing in my head on things I'm going to do to my vehicle. Um, I'm a big, when it comes to trucks, I'm a Nissan person. My first truck was a Nissan person. It was a Nissan truck, and I'm like starting to. I'm trying to like do some retro style with along with some new style features. So, hello, Michael. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit the like and subscribe um, if you haven't already. Now, 2003. I'm trying to think because certain Jeep Rubicons are good, while others you kind of gotta. Oh, look at that! We hit our 15 likes, so now we can aim for 20. Jeep Rubicons can be really really good, but yet others, you know, it all depends what year you buy. Because if you buy the new ones right now, they're actually made by a company called Stellantis, which is actually owned by Fiat, and they're not made as good as they were several years back when it was still let's see, when it was still uh, Daimler Chrysler. Well, Michael, you can look up online on how to do that. I'm a transgender woman, so whole different thing. Ooh, yeah. Yours must have been a Daimler. Uh, Michael, there are many things about that. You can just be a cross dresser. You can, certain people will, do drag. There are so many things when it comes to it. Um, and each one has different, uh, you know, different ways you want. It all depends on how you want to express yourself. So I would, definitely look into all that. Like myself, I definitely felt euphoria. Oh yeah, I that happened to me. I had a paid off Kia Sorento, and someone ran a stop sign with a Dodge truck and totaled that. And then I had to get another vehicle, and I got another accident in that. And then when I moved out to New Mexico, I just bought me a Nissan Xterra cash. So now, right now, I just paid off, no payments. I love that. And then I can do to it whatever I want. So, especially, I don't have to ask anybody for permission right now because I know, like, if I were, some of the stuff I've done to it already, um, I know my ex, she would have been all over my case. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And why don't you take it to the mechanic for that? Had me some Chipotle for lunch. Actually, I still have some. They make their bowls so big, and the fact that I am now on Wegovy, your stomach gets full so quick. I can't eat a whole bowl anymore. I used to be able to eat a whole bowl, or I would get a burrito before at Chipotle and be able to eat the whole burrito. Now I can't even eat. I maybe a third of the bowl. Well, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules as always. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Well, Tricky, what do you need? We are working our way up to 20 likes. Actually, that it does need a paint job, Claudia. Uh, the big weakness with it is that it's white, and I watch this gentleman here on YouTube. His name is Scotty Kilmer. He's a mechanic of what 52 years experience, and I mean an actual 52 years experience of mechanic experience. And he says that many car companies, when car companies switched the type of paint that they wanted to use that was more environmentally friendly, that white is not sticking to the metal as well. And that's what it has to do with. Actually, what I want to do is I want a color change, and I want to go to like an army green color. Oh, that's cool. Actually, yeah, I my Xterra, I drive it. A tank of gas will last me maybe 2.5 weeks because I drive to work, I drive back from work, and that's it. And on the weekends, like today, I drove to a grocery store because I needed to get. Where'd he go? All right, this guy some food. Because I am going to California next week. Um, Going to San Diego for about a week. Gotta go get my fix of In-N-Out burger. And visit mom. So, that'll... so, actually, I may put little... Hello, Eva. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna do... do you know about the secret menu at In-N-Out? Oh, really? Oh, yeah. This time I'm gonna do what is it? The Flying Dutchman. Um, I usually do a plain 4x4, but I think it's gonna be a little too much for me right now. I'm gonna do the Flying Dutchman. Ooh, awesome. You got your drinks today, huh? Today's injection day. I do need to take my Wegovy today. I'm like a couple of days late on it, but still, I get full really quick. Hey, Eva, I don't know if you've noticed, the channel is now officially monetized. So, so anything that does come into the channel, so all of you know, one, I will donate 10% to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico. And then once we start our next, what we call Rapture with the Church of Korhor, I will be giving 10% to Church of Korhor for Rapture, probably 2026. Oh, yeah, AT Chick Wegovy's I've lost 25 pounds. The thing about it is what Wegovy does, it kind of fools your stomach into feeling it's full. So, but it's been working great. I'm probably down. Let's see. Last time I won the weight loss challenge at work, losing 25. I'm probably down about another 2 pounds. So I'm probably down around 26, 27 pounds, I should say. It's actually a pretty well working medication. Yeah, well, that's one thing they told me. You'll feel full, yeah, but that's one of the biggest things with any medication you may get. The biggest side effect with any medication that I've learned in nursing school is N, V, and D. So that's nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. And then you have constipation. So either way, it's like those are the biggest side effects you can have with most medications. Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are having a great conversation today. It's been nice and relaxed. We do want to say thanks to AT Chick. She was our first, she did do our first super chat of all time. Yeah, and but another good thing about Wegovy, it also helps cardiovascular system so much. And also some of the I went for my 3 month follow-up on it, and they always do a hemoglobin A1C when I go and see the pharmacist, because that's who I talk with when I go get it done. The go follow up on it. My hemoglobin A1C when I started on Wegovy was let's see, it was five. No, it was 6.3. So it was borderline diabetic. 3 months later, I was down to a 5.5. It even took me out of the borderline diabetic range. So that's another good effect that it has. And then, but it's not just about the medication. It's about life changes that one makes along with taking the medication. My biggest weakness was Mountain Dew. Used to drink. Um, I used to drink three 20-ounce Mountain Dews a day. Sometimes 2 to 3. So then the pharmacist, he said, the big thing is not giving up your guilty pleasures. He's all, yes, you enjoy your Mountain Dew. He goes, but he's all, let's move on from here. He goes, he's all, maybe why don't we do this? Why don't we go from the 20-ounce bottle, go to 12-ounce cans a day. And then from there, try to go down to little 7.5-ounce cans. I think right now I'm at where I do 1 to 2 of the 7.5-ounce cans, or I may drink 1 20-ounce bottle. Fly, I live in New Mexico. You would be able to tell if all my neon lights were on right now, you'd probably notice that they're all like alien uh, stuff. And then, of course, my channel is called Area 5T1. But my lights, I have my big tail wagger back here that's always smacking them with the wires with his tail. So I think I'm gonna have to be doing some splicing or doing some soldering of cables pretty soon. So just to fix them. Because like up till last week, the alien one was still working. Yeah, so and then you'll notice I have like an elf doll here. I do have a Boba Fett like bobblehead right here. There's actually a Yoda. It's not Grogu. This is actually Yoda here. People always ask about the anonymous or the Guy Fawkes mask right here. People always ask about that to see if I'm a member of Anonymous, and I'm not. I think people don't know the history of this mask, not just because it has to do with V for Vendetta, but it has to do with, you know, about Guy Fawkes and what he did at Parliament in the UK. So, I thought it was cool. When I did see it on V for Vendetta, but then I found out what it represented. And I remember talking with a PA at the ER I used to work at, and he told me about Guy Fawkes Day and how they celebrate it in the UK. And he said it was awesome. He said they used to make little like figurines of him, and they'd have fireworks going on everywhere. He said it was really, really cool celebration. So I thought it was cool. All my, like, I have my Area 51 sign here. I actually have a floor mat. My welcome mat looks just like this sign. This is like, it looks almost like a horoscope thing, and it's alien. Yeah, I know. I know that he's celebrated a lot in in London. Welcome, Silas. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. The next thing I do need to check is about merch store being hopefully attached to the when one opens up the live stream. You've been everywhere, AT Chick. I mean, me, as far as traveling, I've traveled a lot of different states here in the United States. I used to be on a disaster response team with the Department of Health and Human Services. So I've been to several states with that. Of course, it's in austere conditions usually that I go in, but it kind of it's different scenery, you could say. And I've gone into Mexico a lot because I do have family in Mexico. I never got the chance to go to Panama, and my dad did open, was it 2 Sears stores in Panama? I believe it was 2, maybe 3. So, and I never got to go to Panama to visit him and my mom down there. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I've been down to in Mexico. I've been down all the way to, Baja California South. I've been down to Sonora and Sinaloa, down to Mazatlan, and I think that's as far as I've gone. We never went like down to Puebla or anything like that. I have I have family. You know how Mexicans are. You can have family that technically are just friends, and I had family down in Culiacan, in Sinaloa, and so, but in fact, like there two, a lot of them considered my dad like basically their father because, um, like their father had passed away really young, and my dad knew their father and just kind of took care of them. And um, some of them lived with us for a while. They would come up, live with us, and learn English, and then like one now runs an he's an electrical engineer and runs electrical businesses in Tijuana. Oh, that's cool, Claudia. What part of Jalisco was it in Guadalajara? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Everyone is welcome in here. Please do keep comments respectful. We are having a fantastic conversation. Like today we've had 567 views. I've had times where I've had like 14,000 views, but I prefer these with smaller views. And have a good conversation going than having a large one with lots of hate. So I think we've been doing great today. Um, yeah, that's the most people go there uh, to Guadalajara when they're in Jalisco. That's one of the major cities there. Um, I'm probably after this, I'm gonna film a video for. Let's see. I'm probably gonna do a video on my good old uh, for my high demand religions um, section. I will probably be doing another one. Well, like all of you know, I am breaking down the Mormon Church, and the lesson I'm going to do today for this weekend is called Lord's Law of Health, and it's probably the one that a lot of people like. With me, I picked up on it really. I can understand it in many ways because it has to do with health reasons, and I'm a nurse, so but it has a lot of restrictions as far as what you eat and or drink or what you intake into your body. So this one should be a pretty interesting one. It's also something that they really grill you on if you're trying to get into the temple. Um, so all the ones, everything will lead up to really getting into the temple. Also, and I was talking to Lena this week on Snapchat, and I was telling her that this week, I think, or last weekend, I did apply to go on Mormon Stories with John DeLynn. Um, hopefully I'm hoping for an answer, and hopefully get on there. I've asked for. I told them I told them on the application that I would, either go on alone or on a panel discussion, because he does do panel discussions, and one would be about being trans. So I would do that. I think that would be awesome, and usually going to his with him, he'll usually fly you out there or help you with your travel, and actually get paid to go on there. But I think my biggest thing is to go on there and really tell my story in the Mormon Church and my deconstruction. Um, I think that'll be fun. And really, what I put in because they would make you do like a little 3-minute video, and mine was like a minute and a half long because I thought it was supposed to be like 2 minutes. And I started off by saying that my Mormon story starts off being, being raised Catholic and going to Catholic school. So it kind of, puts a little spin on it. So let's see hopefully it leads to something. And then it could lead to being a member of Church Korahor, their AT chick. Maybe we get some, you know, more people going on there. Yeah, I'm hopefully, let's hope that it happens. That's a go. I don't know. I'm sure he has. I think Margie, his wife, or as he says, his partner, reviews the applications. So, Garrison, my subscribers here do respect who I am. So I think your conversation's a boring one anyways. Um, what I do, AT Chick, is I'll start off by, um, I just basically I hide them from the channel. And if they come back with the same account, just in a different format, then I'll report them. Or depending on what they say, if it's really, harassing, then I will put them as harassment or bullying. I'll do that. Um, the other day, someone put one, and it actually had some statement and about something with a firearm on it, and I was just like, no, of what they would do. I actually reported that one as almost like, I think I went under the threatening violence or terrorism type thing or something like that. I was like, hey, because the way he stated things was just not right. Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. You are on with Jules. Please do hit a like and subscribe. We are having a fantastic stream tonight. We are just here relaxing. Got some of my excellent subs here. I've got AT Chick, I've got Claudia. I believe Evo's in here. I've got one of my mods. And we're having a great conversation. Here on the channel, we focus on what we call the 5 T's. We talk about transition. We talk triathlon. If whether you're transitioning or not, you can ask me questions, but please be respectful with the questions. If you are disrespectful, whether it's my moderator or myself, we'll take those questions off. But also, from time to time we do get lots of people that will use their faith and make it hate mail or hate messages on here, and we don't. That's not something we want to see. Myself, I do belong to a church of atheists, so so if it's not something that you can come in and you can try to come in here. I've been through 2 major religions in the past. It's not for me anymore. My shelf has broken. So, I do have a section on that. The last major religion I went through is actually probably the wealthiest religion here in the world. Actually, it is the Mormon Church. It's worth $300 billion, projected to be worth $1 trillion in 2040. Was the last prediction I heard. So that's only in 15 years from now, they'll be worth $1 trillion. But I am doing a breakdown of it And what I do is I actually use what I call the Mormon Rookie Manual. It's this book right here. It's called the Gospel Principles book. It just kind of, this is the book when you go and join, what they teach you at the beginning. It's like the basics of Mormonism. So this is Mormonism for Dummies. And I use that so people will learn the basics first, and then I can teach why I deconstructed. And then I'm going to go and purchase other books that are more, more advanced. And then I'll break down the lessons a little more and expand on them, not just read them word for word from the book, which is what they would do in the church, just read from the book. And it was story time. I don't do that. I actually explain what they are saying. Then another thing I have done on that part of my my channel, I also broke them down into what's called the BITE model of authoritarian control. BITE model talks about the 4 types of control that religious groups can have on you, which means behavioral control, information control, thought control, and emotional control. And each of those can have several subcategories. And what I did is I looked those up, and I did one with behavioral control, and I answered each and every question and broke it down. And by the time I'd done all 4 videos, the Mormon Church landed into 99.9%. I think there was 3 no's in the whole thing, so that can classify it as a high control group, high controlled religion, even a cult. So, it's always one of those things that one can always look at in any group that you're in, as far as whether it's high demand, high control. So that's one of the things I look at under the 5 T's of the one that goes under teaching. I started a new one on urban myths. I did do the Denver airport, was my last one when I traveled. Where did I travel? I traveled back in June. I think I did that one when I traveled to California. I landed in Denver in June. No, it was when I went to Tennessee to help move my friend from Tennessee to over here. I landed in Denver, and I was looking for all the little. There's a lot of urban myths in the Denver airport, so I was looking at all the little signs that they use. They actually market the airport. All these little. They use these urban myths as little marketing tools. So I was looking for all these different things, and I didn't see any of them, but I still kind of did my research and put it together, and put my urban myth thing together on Denver airport. My next one will probably, when I get back from California, my friend and I will probably travel down to Roswell. Roswell is not far from where I live, here in Albuquerque, here in the ABQ. So we'll probably travel down to Roswell and check out some of the alien museums. I think, and they actually have a tour of the crash site, so of what's supposedly the crash site. Like I said, these are myths and stuff. I'm gonna go check that out. Another friend of mine, and I went to Roswell one time at night, and we went to the very large array first. We were in a little town we were taking a class in a small town called Socorro, New Mexico. Now, Socorro, New Mexico is an interesting little town, and it's probably about 6,000 people, if that. and they have a lot of nice little like curio shops, like and there's actually a college there called New Mexico Tech. At New Mexico Tech, there's a specialized place called the EMRTC, owned by the Department of Homeland Security, and that's where we took our class. And since I was a first responder, I went to take a class there on responding. It was called IRTB, which means incident response to terrorist bombings, and they actually had us do classroom time, and then we would do time on the school's bombing range. It was originally a college where people would go learn how to mine, like mining, for different precious metals, or coal, stuff like that. That's why they had an explosives range. But when that went down, we were taught, the Department of Homeland Security purchased it, and I took my class there. Probably the best class I ever took, better than any one semester class, and that was only 1 week long. Government rented us a car, so paid us for the week there, paid our hotel room, and I will tell you, when the government rents you a car, use it. Hello, Richard. Welcome to the stream. So take advantage of that car, drive around whatever state you're in, and check out the sights. Because we saw New Mexico. It was fun. That's what inspired me to move here after that class. We had a blast. We went up to a mountain with petroglyphs. I got to see the Very Large Array. Went out to Roswell. Went by White Sands. Stuff like that. So, like I said, if you ever have an opportunity like that, take it. So that's my travel, some of my travel there, AT Chick. Some, like I said, a lot of mine has been with the government, with the disaster response teams I've been on, from New York City to Galveston Island. Galveston Island was another. Galveston Island was an interesting response, because we were on the island. They put us on the island. Actually, Albuquerque, it's cheaper than where I lived in Florida, but it's starting to go up in price. What's happening though is people from California are moving out here, so they're driving prices up. And also, like, you have the Netflix studio, so you have people coming in and they're starting to produce things here. But yeah, but it is a nice state to go see things in. Yeah, AT Chick, like I was talking about Galveston and Galveston Island. When we showed up, there had already been another team there. They had put up our little tent city, and we were on Galveston Harbor. And when you look out into the harbor, all these like fishing boats, like commercial fishing boats, they were up on land. We did ER decompression, which means they sent all the ER nurses home to take care of their families, and so we would do ER, time. And we had a dual helipad. We had another helipad across the street, but it was kind of tilted because of the hurricane damage from Hurricane Ike. And we were on what we nicknamed it Bovine Bay. We nicknamed it Bovine Bay because the hurricane had actually blown cattle into the harbor. and you could see them sitting in there. And so and then there was a tiger loose on the island. So we ended up calling our little tent city, we called it the Tiger Estates at Bovine Bay. So, and then we had me and a friend made a little brochure about like all the amenities one had. It was fun. That's what, being on a disaster response team is like, especially when you're isolated to one little area, you have to make it fun. We were on the night shift and, people were on lockdown, and so we hardly got patients, and they were like, oh, we were in a 120 bed ER. So it was like, if we weren't getting patients, we were just, uh, we'd go somewhere, and they would get us up if we got patients, but we could just, go find a bed and sleep. Oh, so you went fishing, Mr. Jabs, there? You had to throw it back? Oh, AT chick. I remember Ian. That's and that's probably the worst hurricane I went through as far as the longest hurricane. My channel about Vero is about several things. Um, my name is Jules. Of course, everyone that joins here is a treasure. Hence, that's why it's called Jules Treasures. And we call it Area 5T1, kind of like Area 51 right there. And the reason we call it, we talk about the 5Ts is because we talk about transition, we talk triathlon, we talk trends and just, different clothing I like to wear. We talk about some teaching / tips. And we talk trucks, because I do like to work on on trucks. Actually, Crocs, I am a transgender woman. If you are new here and you like the channel, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Okay, yeah, I went through Ian. The thing about Ian was it was a slow, and this was just what, 2 3 years ago. It was so slow moving. It took 12 hours to go over our house. And then you would hear one shingle come off at a time. So you're just hearing pop, pop, pop. And then the shutters were coming off the back slider. I was still with my ex at the time. So like I had to tell her, and then I had to run out. I had to put my extrication jacket on and throw on a hat and some mechanics gloves to try to fix those shutters. Well, Vero, I would say, yeah, I still like women. Collex, I'm doing great. How about yourself? Please do leave a like and subscribe. So yes, Vero, at this time I still like women. I do have friends though that have transitioned, and I have a friend and she likes men. Um, Child of God, I'm at one time, yes, I started off as a cross-dresser, but I am transgender. Um, I'm on hormone replacement therapy. Hello, Mandy. Welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Actually, in Ian, we had a pergola, a metal pergola. I remember putting it together, spending all this time putting bricks together to put it on. I had spent all kinds of time. Oh, look, we're only one like away from 20. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Also realize that today is our first day being able to get super chats, which we have gotten our first one from a T-chick. Yeah, and actually Hurricane Ian hit winds of 170 miles per hour. Some of them were clocked at. They only called it a 4, not until the next year where they decided it was going to be a 5. How you doing, Big? Please do hit a like and subscribe. We just ask that all conversation in here is kept respectful. We can talk about any of the 5 T's. We can talk about other topics. Oh, wow. That's the only thing I haven't been. I would probably say that's one of the only things I haven't been through. I moved from California to Florida. Now I'm in New Mexico where they tell me there's no disaster type situations here. I think the worst thing I've gotten is I got home one day. We got a warning of a dust storm, and that the wind was going to be so bad that it was going to blow dust so bad that you should pull so far over to the right where it wouldn't hit you. San Diego. I have a friend. She just moved here from Nashville. I just helped her move. Wow. Yeah, we had the one here was, yeah, they told us I mean, like I said, I had just pulled into my driveway and and then not my driveway, to my parking spot because I live in an apartment building. And Florida, was very hard to like, really. Once you live in San Diego, it's hard to like Florida. First of all, I did live in what's considered the second largest landmass in Florida. I lived in Cape Coral, so it's just a little smaller than Tallahassee. But the thing about it was that it wasn't it it wasn't as developed as San Diego. It was how can I say, Cape Coral had the potential to be somewhat like San Diego, but they didn't do it. I mean, there's empty lots. So like in one house I lived on this corner, and there was like 6 empty lots next to me. Then there was another house. And then the last house I lived in before moving here, we had an empty lot between each neighbor. It's because there was you know, empty lots so you can build, so people could buy and build. But even they wouldn't make it into a metro area. Like I said, it's the second largest landmass, and they never decided to make like a nice large mall where you could go inside, go shopping, eating, stuff like that. Have a movie theater. All they would do is build strip malls. Uh, Mo, I'm not regretting anything. Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. You are on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. There are definitely pride events here in Albuquerque. Albuquerque's a very, all of New Mexico is actually very accepting of the LGBTQ community. So they have a transgender resource center here. They have centers for all the people. They have LGBTQ centers. So it's hello Margot, welcome to the stream. Okay, your conversation's getting boring anyway, Mo, so you gotta go. Yeah, they do pride events here. The VA celebrates all our pride events that are backed by Pride. Marco, welcome. If I didn't already say it, hello Ian, welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Hello Destiny, welcome to the stream. Hello everyone, and if you're just joining the stream, we've been having a pretty good stream. We're just being pretty neutral in what we talk. We talked music earlier. We've talked about travels, where we've been. Great talking to you, AT Chick. So yeah, you have a good night. Thank you for joining us here, and definitely thank you for the first ever super chat on the channel. And yeah, I have my alarm clock right there. He'll wake me up every morning at 7 a.m. Well, blank. Actually, the state I'm in actually acts it out very good. Actually, I will tell you a pretty good story on the alien encounter. Um, I once saw, what are they calling them now? A UAP. When I was in Florida one day, I just saw random type of uh, aircraft flying overhead pretty quick, but when I looked at the shape of it, it was different, and it was triangular, so I thought it could be something stealth, but it didn't have. The thing was that like an F-117 wouldn't have lights underneath it, neither would a B-2. So it was triangular, did have lights underneath it. So I know that the nurse I worked with back there in Florida, where we worked side by side, she believed in UAPs also, and and I when I asked her, I said, I think I saw one, and she goes, well, the one she had seen, she saw it in Colorado. So we talked about it, and I said, okay, let's draw what we saw, and like she was sitting about 6 feet away because this was like around the COVID time, and uh, so we put a piece of paper down. We each drew what we did. We folded up our pieces of paper, switched them, and we had both had drawn the same thing. So found it kind of strange. Now out here in New Mexico, I still haven't seen anything yet. And the Autistic Boy Wonder, no, I haven't. When I keep my hair a little shorter, and that's you guys, that's one big thing that's an advantage of. I love people always ask about whether my hair is natural or a wig. I buy these synthetic wigs online. I love them. Tomorrow I can come on as a blonde. I still keep my hair short. Like right now, I have it short. I actually had it long, about shoulder length, just till about last week. And I said I'm just gonna chop it for summer. One, it makes it easier to put on the wig. Two, it and I'll fit right into most of them. It makes it easier for the wig cap, everything. So people judge for that, but you know what? Tomorrow I can come on as a blonde. I can come on with purple hair. I can come with black hair. Um, it's all choice, and uh, I like doing that. So like for when I got this one, I really like the color of it, and I've really been wearing this one for a while. Like for a while, I may switch to blonde for the summer. I mean, for the summer months, maybe something to try. Yeah, I was looking for something brown, and I'm also looking for a red. But I've been kind of like last time I tried for something red, kind of like a burgundy. It ended up being ombre, so it's kind of black on top and like to about here, and then like burgundy. I expected, but I want either an all burgundy and an all red. So that's probably what I'm gonna do next. But during that time, I have purple. I have a black with pink and purple. I have that burgundy one, and I have a blonde one. Oh, and a black one. So I have 5 other colors I can do. So hello everyone and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Everyone is welcome as long as we keep comments respectful amongst each other. The new feature on the stream is that we can do now super stickers, super chats. We did have our first. So any money that does come in via, well, I'm sorry, Saskia. I hope that you feel better. And I'm sorry about your mom. I know when it comes to, many of us have different ways we see death. Some people look at it, as some people look at it as end of life. Some people look at it as a part of life. Other people look at it as a continuing journey. So you gotta, and there's a process that you have to go through. As it happens. Obviously, you're going to go through what's called a grieving process, and that's a good thing you might want to look up because there is like a 5-step process for grieving, and and if you have to, do talk to someone. If you're in the U.S., there is a 988. It is the crisis line where you can talk to someone if you are, if you just need to talk to someone really to help you out. I just know about these things. I'm a nurse. So I always have my, I've got a 988 crisis line thing here. Sometimes it's helped people out. Actually, recently it helped one of my cousins. So it's a good thing to have. Hello everyone and welcome. We are going on our 2nd hour. We're at 19 likes. I'd like to make it to that 20th like. Please do hit a subscribe if you are new here. We are doing fantastic today. We will have another live stream tomorrow. Let's see, I'm trying to think because tomorrow I will be on a Zoom call at one point. With some friends, and I are doing a deconstruction from Mormonism, kind of like we have started. My friend started a church for atheists, and everyone is welcome in there. You don't have to be like most of us are ex-Mormons, but um, we welcome anybody that is deconstructing from any religion. We don't follow any deity or anything. And tomorrow we're doing our first of deconstruction rituals. Um, and we're starting off with, for people in the Mormon church, but if anybody here is deconstructing from any faith, um, later on we're going to start doing them for, for other faiths. So, and deconstruction means that you're leaving, that you have found what we call a shelf breaker that you, hello Aubrey, welcome to the stream. They just kind of, you were a believer at first, but then you started putting items away that showed you were a non-believer, and you just kept putting them, like stacking them on a figurative shelf. Eventually your shelf broke and you stopped believing. So, hello everyone and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are one like away from 20. We can talk about any of as we call this area, we call it Area 5T1 because we do talk the 5Ts. We talk about transition, talk triathlon, we talk trends, teaching / tips, and and then I will break down the subcategories of that. On teaching, we can talk about cooking. I have done some videos on recipes that I do. I talk about how to be prepared in times of disaster. I've done some on urban myths, and I have also done some on high demand organizations, high demand religions. And the last T that I talk about on my channel is trucks. I recently bought a Nissan Xterra, a 2008 with a manual transmission, and I am doing a resto mod. I mean, it's gonna need new paint, everything, but I am slowly buying pieces for it and restoring it myself. I'm going to try to do as much as I can. Yes, I think it's going to need a new clutch. Probably, and I may do, when they do the clutch, I'm probably just going to have them do the transmission. And I'll buy a used, rebuilt one, put a new clutch, and no, I'm not going to McDonald's. Why? And then I will be doing what's called a Titan axle swap with Nissan Xterras, Frontiers, and Nissan Titans. You can I'm not a Crip gangster. You can do what's called a Titan axle swap. In other words, you can take the axle from a Nissan Titan and put it into the lower control arms and you can put them on the Xterra. Hey Maddie, welcome to the stream. Look at that, we've hit our 20 likes. Please do subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. So yeah, I will be doing the Nissan Titan axle swap lift to my Xterra. So that's some of the upcoming things to be looking at. Hey Cincinnati Drew, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's a good day here on the stream. It is our first stream where we can actually we have now broken into the point where people can actually leave super chats, super stickers. So, you know, anything that comes in with that. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Anything that comes in as far as super chats, super stickers, any money that comes in from that, 10% automatically will go to the Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico, while 10%, the other 10% will go to the budget to what's called, we did what's called Rapture 2025 this year here in, Rapture 2025 was in Utah. Rapture 505 was here in New Mexico, and what we did was blanket homeless people in Utah. Here in Albuquerque, we were giving beanies and gloves to the homeless, so on cold days they will you know, stay warm. My goal for next year will be to giving them, I'm going to try to put 100 kits together, and I still have gloves and beanies left. So what I'm going to do is try to get 100 beanies, 100 pairs of gloves, and 100 mylar ponchos, mylar lined ponchos, and put them all together in a kit and hand those out to the homeless, because they ask for blankets, but if you can get a mylar lined poncho, which there are such a thing, if I can get a mylar lined poncho with a beanie and a pair of gloves and give it to at least 100 homeless people here in New Mexico for next winter, that will be awesome. If not more. And so 10% of each super chat or whatever is made in super chats will go towards that, and 10% to the Transgender Resource Center. When we get closer to winter, it'll switch to 15 to what's called Rapture. And the reason we call it Rapture, it's like wrapping, like when you wrap, you know, a burrito or something like that. And so it's WRAPTURE. So that'll be what anything in donations or anything that comes into here will go for. Okay, we're back to 1376. I think last week we fluctuated a lot because what happened is I didn't stream on. Usually I will do a stream on Tuesdays, and then I will do a stream on Thursday night. Now, see, I'm trying to think how this next week's gonna go. I will probably do a stream on Tuesday night. I will do one Thursday night, and a lot of it depends on this guy. You guys can probably see the back of my dog there. He's pretty new to the household, and then but I will and he's been getting used to it. I've had him like 6 weeks now, so he's been getting used to me here. But you know, you know, he's been wanting attention this past week. I don't understand. Like, I have a friend and she vapes in her apartment. I mean, my apartment, you barely turn on the oven and it'll go off. And then people sit there and vape, and sometimes I'll smell people doing, smoking pot in their apartment. And I'm like, I don't understand why it doesn't go off. Or they probably just turn theirs off. That's what I had to do with mine. I had to one day I had to take the battery down. Yeah, mine is just whenever I'm cooking something in the oven, it tends to go off. Hello and welcome to the stream. If you're new in here, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Why do you say fancy pants with an oven? Hello and welcome. Look at that. We're at 21 likes. We're going to go for about a 3-hour stream today. So we got about 49 minutes left. After that, I do want to film one of my, I'm probably going to be doing one of my high demand religion videos. Okay. Oh, me, I love the, I love just working in the kitchen. Coca-Cola. I had some earlier. I had a nice large Coca-Cola from Chipotle. Really, Eva? Well, Darce, that's not something we talk about here. So I think we're gonna have to. You too, XX. The drug talk is not needed here. Hey, what's up, TSCV? Welcome to the stream. Have a good night, Eva. Thank you for being on here. So welcome everybody. You're on with Jules. Remember, please do leave a like and subscribe if you have just joined us. Remember, we do talk the 5 T's here. We talk triathlon. We talk transition, triathlon, trends, teaching / tips, and we talk trucks. And for those of you that are just joining us and it's been a real good stream because I've mainly had people here that are regulars. I've had some new people in here, and yes, we've gotten close to 6 new subs. Um, the other thing, we got our first super chat on here today. Um, so that was awesome. That'll probably be something that will slowly take time. But severely underrated Scrunkles. Hello everyone and welcome. Please do leave a like, subscribe. We're on our third hour here. We're probably going to go about 45 more minutes. I do have another video I'm going to film. I'm part of a weekly series that I work on about high demand organizations slash high demand religions slash cults. It is listed as one of the playlists on my channel. Actually, last week's video on that topic started garnering pretty good attention this week. It's now at 108 likes. So we'll see how that continues to go. Right now, my concentration on as far as high demand organizations is actually, I'm focusing on the Mormon Church because I have just deconstructed and left the church. So I'm really focusing on the Mormon Church. I am now a member of actually a Church of Atheism. I am going to do like I said, one of my high demand religion videos and post that up. Eventually, actually all this is leading to what'll be like, it's leading, like I'm doing like one lesson at a time, what they teach people as they go in, which eventually leads to going to the temple, which hopefully I can get some temple garments to show people and some of even temple clothing people wear. If I had my pod here, I believe I still have my temple clothing, because really it's just white clothing. It's like a white shirt, white pants, white tie, and then there's a special sash and hat that like guys will have to wear. Women can wear white dresses, but they have certain standards that they have to follow. So that'll be coming. I will talk about the temple in one video, and then maybe go over what the ceremony is actually like. And there are people out there that have actually filmed footage inside of it, and I will probably be trying to get some of that. So Hello, Pedro. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure in here. Um, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Well, thank you, Darren. Welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like to, for the for the stream and subscribe. Yeah, that was my thing. I said, you know what? I haven't worn the leopard print tonight in a while, so I'm going to do a leopard print. Um, I have other tops with leopard print. One's like it's like a tank top and it has leopard print on one side with like black on the other. Yeah, Darren, if you are subbed, just so you know, today is our first day where one can leave uh, a super sticker, a super chat. We got today was approval day, so I am telling my subs that, and 20% of it that is made here on the channel will be saved. Well, 10% will be saved for uh, Rapture 505 next winter. And what Rapture 505 is... Oh, thanks, Taryn. Rapture 505 now is where we will help people that are homeless get warm during. So Darren did say congratulations, sent $5 Canadian, which was equal to $4.08 here. So thank you very much for that super chat. This is our first day where we had them. Yeah, like I said, 20% of this will be going to charities, basically. 10% will go to start saving for Rapture 505 for next year, or I'll start ordering items and I'm just going to start, so I can hand out stuff to the homeless next winter. Next winter, I'm going to do a beanie, a pair of gloves, and a Mylar poncho per homeless person. A Mylar lined poncho. So that means it'll be like a blanket that wraps them up and it'll have a Mylar lining on the inside. And they will be getting gloves and a beanie. So guys, okay, first of all, the God talk, first of all, let's just say, I don't believe in God, so I don't feel I'm gonna be judged. So I'm just gonna go into the ground and that's it. Hi, what is it? Zainab? And we, like I said, we don't really, we try to keep this godless in here because I am a godless person. And I know I have subscribers on my channel that do have religious trauma. Oh, Oh, thank you, Darren. Yeah, this year I handed out just beanies and gloves, and I think I did a total of almost 70 sets of them. And I was actually, and I'm probably going to have to pay more for them this year, obviously because of tariffs. Um, because I was buying them on Temu and I was getting very good quality gloves and very good quality beanies from there. And now I want to do the, now I'm gonna want to be doing those ponchos. So we'll see where it goes. Exactly, Darren. Well said. If God was real, He wouldn't be worried about what one feels. Um, and all of these people came in passing judgment right away, and they're not the ones that will pass judgment. And from what I've read as far as the Bible, when I was religious, there's there's people shouldn't be passing judgment. Well, thank you, Darren. That is greatly appreciated. Um, yeah, like I said, today is our start, so it's definitely, little by little. Well, welcome, Waker. But I don't believe in Jesus nor God. Hello, Smitties. Welcome to the stream. Is what big? Mason, there's a lot of things that can be big. The tires on my car are big because I have off-road tires. The city I live in is pretty big. It refers to a lot of things. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do leave a like and subscribe. We're working our way to 25 likes, and we're close to making it there. We're at 23. My goal is our first goal is always 10 likes, then we work our way up to 15, then just slowly work up our way by fives. Well, thank you, Smitties. That helps. Yep, I see it. You did. We've had a great live stream tonight. Welcome, C. Kyle. Okay, Mason, this type of talk's not necessary. Hello, Peyton. Welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone, and please do leave a like and subscribe. We've been chatting pretty good. Had a good night's stream. It's been better than most nights. How'd you break your arm, Peyton? I'm sorry about that. We're one like away. I will be on tomorrow night, probably. And then sometime Sunday afternoon. Oh, okay. What are you triggered on, Dustin? Oh, I'm sorry, Darren. I just accidentally. Let's fix that. Okay, there we go. Darren, I apologize. I accidentally hit the wrong person. Um, you should be fine now because I fixed it. Um, things just moved on me. Oh, okay. You keep seeing George Floyd's. I'm a transgender woman. Uh, so Darren, I do want to apologize. I was trying to hide someone else off my channel and it jumped up and I accidentally hid you, but I've put you back on here. So I hope you're still out there, Darren. Um, what do you mean the stream is lit? Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Um, Ruben, we don't need that type of talk in here. I'm just gonna say, Everett, you're the one that decided to come in here, so there's no need to spread hate because you're the one that decided to come in here, probably because you saw something you liked or something you want to be. Dustin, that's the unfortunate thing is people don't realize that sometimes they come. The reason I realize that some people come on here is because they like what they see, and they don't realize they're not. Uh, I know, the thing is, it goes up and down. Like, I'll get a bunch of people that will be talking a lot. I had a pretty good people. Hey, Claudia, welcome back. That's awesome. You had a late night meal. Claudia here, Dustin, is one of my regulars. I had a lot of my regulars here, a lot of my good subs earlier, and we were chatting really good. We had a good conversation going on. And then what happens, Dustin, is then if people leave, like Claudia says, she went out to get a meal. And as people go, sometimes then you start getting haters coming in. Oh, you got some tacos? I had me some barbacoa today. And still after the live stream, I am going to do a video for the channel. So what'd you have in your tacos, Claudia? Some carne asada, al pastor. Tripa, birria. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Oh, I love al pastor or adobada. Yeah, that's it, exactly. Between that and carne asada, those are my two favorites. I can eat probably, depending on the size, I could probably eat 6 of them at least. Well, probably right now my appetite's down. I would probably eat less. But I remember last time I went to, there's a place in Chula Vista where I grew up. It's called Tacos El Gordo. Are considered probably the nation's best street tacos here in the United States. And you go and there's a big counter that goes across the restaurant, and you grab a big tray, probably about the size of my desk, and then you tell them how much you want of each type of taco, or you go down and you ask them how many. I think my friend and I ordered like a dozen tacos last time for each of us. So, hello everyone and welcome. Please do leave a like and subscribe. We've got about 20 minutes left in our live stream. I do once again want to recognize our first 2 super chats left today, one by AT Chick and one by Darren H, which I actually feel horrible about Darren H because I was trying to hide someone else from the channel. It accidentally clicked over onto him, but I have put him back onto the channel. So hopefully we'll hear back from him tomorrow. You know, we are working our way, you know, the channel is growing. Our next thing will be to start seeing some other, maybe seeing some ads on here. 1378, we just need 2 more subs to hit 1380. I think we were at 1380 after last stream. I think in the next, maybe next weekend, well, no, not next weekend, probably after I get back from San Diego, what I'm gonna do, I don't think they get played on live streams. They may, yeah, there was a second super chat. This guy Darren H came on, and he says that he's a regular sub and comes on here regularly, and I told him that he, you know, that it was what had happened, and he donated. He donated $5 Canadian, which was $4.08 American. So when we get, since right now we've had only 500, we've passed 1,000 subs. We're at 1378. So we will qualify for ads as soon as we surpass the 4,000 hour mark. Now, with right now where we're at the just having surpassed the 3,000 hour mark, we can when my merch store should be able to be merged onto the channel. Also, my merch store should be, I should be able to find a way to put the merch store onto the channel. And then they do the super chats and super stickers, stuff like that. And also there are memberships to the channel. So there's one, like a $2.99 membership. Now memberships are where I can do like special videos for people that are members. There's a $2.99 membership and there's a $5.99 membership. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe what I'm going to do is with the memberships is once people start doing memberships, I'm going to maybe use that as where people can come and watch get ready with me videos, so I can show how my makeup is done. I think that would make it a bonus content type of thing. Then once ads will start playing, it has a lot to do with keywords that you may use in the videos. Well, Aaron, there's a live stream going on here. I am talking with some of my subs. Why don't you leave a like and subscribe? Hello, Wedding. Welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Oh, what will you do if we like or sub? Well, if you like or sub, it's you showing support to the channel. I mean, the more you, uh, as you like and subscribe, there's more opportunity to come on here onto and watch some of our videos. New things are like today we started with super chats. There's lots more content throughout the channel. It's not just this live stream. We do content on lots of different things. Like we talk about transition. I talk about triathlon. I talk trends as I get, you can see different clothing I like to wear. I also talk about, you know, I'll do like hauls where I order a bunch of new clothing, and then also I do teaching on different topics. I will talk about urban myths. I will talk about cooking. I talk about um, sometimes preparedness tips. Sometimes I'll do I do talk about high demand organizations and high demand religions. Right now, my focus is the Mormon Church, as I have recently deconstructed from it. And the last thing I talk about on my channel is about trucks. It's very, I have lots of playlists, and you can go through the playlists and check them out. Like tonight after the stream, I am going to film another video for my high demand religions, high demand organizations video. I'm also right now trying to get myself onto another stream, live stream, get myself interviewed on another streamer's channel, someone that's a big influencer, and I have applied to get on his channel. I mean, I've done many things. I didn't finish showing how to do the chicken enchiladas. I know I have done, what have I done on there? I think I've done pasta recipes on there. I've done, let me look at it real quick. I mean, pasta's an easy thing. You can buy a jar of sauce. You can boil the pasta and just pour it on there. I mean, it's a simple thing. Um, Sometimes I'll add certain types of meat. Thank you, Shane. Welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Um, look at my content. We can look at playlists. Tasty treats. Videos. I have one video. I show how to make my queso dip. So if you have a crock pot, that's actually very easy to make. I showed how to do barbecue ribs, lasagna. Actually, lasagna is actually not difficult to make. If you have a crock pot, you can make crock pot lasagna. And I was cooking dinner. I'm trying to think what I cooked at the night I was. I did a Shein haul, and I showed how to cook. Can't think of what I taught how to cook that night, but I have something else I taught that night. So yeah, I have that. So I have a very channel. There's lots of things on the channel. You already have this shirt, Shane? Oh, you already have subscribed, you're saying. My favorite food, oh, I'm probably gonna say something that's easy is probably pizza. I do plan on getting my eyebrows and my lashes done. I do want like some lash extensions, but I don't want them exaggerated. And I do want to get my others shaped. Rahul, I do go to church, but it's a church of atheism. What's my favorite movie? H. Aaron, what's the best movie of all time? The Empire Strikes Back. I'm a Star Wars fanatic. I actually have a video on my channel, and I listed all the Star Wars movies in which one is my least favorite to my most favorite. What do you mean not smoking is good? Oh, that's true. Not smoking is good because you shouldn't smoke. Smoking just kills your lungs. Well, thank you. Yeah, they've always had this very high arch to them. Aaron, Aaron, I live in New Mexico. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Who's my favorite actor? if I say Empire Strikes Back, I'm gonna have to say the best character in that movie, Harrison Ford. He only played the best hero of all time, or best anti-hero of all time. Yeah, I was gonna trim mine tonight too. I usually trim them a little bit. I bought a nice little trimming kit, but I do need to go somewhere and have them professionally done. I know when I got my haircut, they did them, but I do want, you know, nice professional ones. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here too. Um, I need some. I ultimately the last. The way I'm looking at things is I just, as far as hair removal, I need to do my face, my chest. I may buy IPL and start some of that at home, but get my face professionally done, and then you know, other area. I don't wonder if we're thinking the same thing as the IPL. What are you trying to say, Josh, about truth or dare? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Always, you are a treasure here. We're going to be closing up shop soon. Are you like, want me to say, do you want it like Obi-Wan Kenobi? Hello there. Alec Guinness was classic with that. And then watching Ewan McGregor come back and do such a good impression of Sir Alec Guinness. Empire. Empire has to be everybody's favorite Star Wars movie. Number 2 is Rogue One. You know, those are like the top 2 right there. There's a video on my channel where I list all my favorite Star Wars, all the Star Wars movies from my least favorite to the most favorite. Obi, yeah, the Obi-Wan. Now, see, this is what I did. I broke everything down. I did one with all the movies, and I broke them down from my least favorite to the most favorite. And then and I gave rationale. I don't just say this was my least favorite. I say why. I give a reason. I don't just say, this is it. You know, this is the way. But I give my reason. Then then I did another video um, talking about which was my least favorite TV show to my most favorite. So basically, you're Oh, Jar Jar was kind of he wasn't a waste, but he was just basically a comic relief in like episodes 4, 5, and 6. Like in Star Wars episode 4, 5, and 6, you had C-3PO. So basically, he was the new C-3PO put into there because something was always happening to C-3PO. So that's what Jar Jar was. He was because C-3PO was technically barely being built. So yeah, there's the theories that he's actually the a Dark Lord. I've seen all those videos about that. I also made a video on what my favorite cosplay costumes would be, and a lot of them were Star Wars. But I think my favorite Star Wars cosplay costume would be Captain Phasma, a character that was not developed enough in the whole movie. Yeah, that's all Jar Jar was, his comic relief. And I'll tell you, yeah, Captain Phasma I think was a waste of a character. She could have been, and I'm just gonna say it flat out like this, she would have been they could have made her such a badass character, like when she came out in that armor and like talks to all the stormtroopers at the very beginning of Star Wars Episode 7. They could have really developed that character, but then they made her look like nothing in the battles towards the end of the movie. And then killing her off in Episode 8 was horrible. They can do that, but I think did you if you watch the Acolyte, I think what happened at the end of the first season in the Acolyte, what they need to do, you if you look at the very and I don't know how many people I noticed it right away, but Darth Plagueis was at the end of the Acolyte, so they need to show how um, Darth Plagueis teaches Palpatine and how Palpatine kind of rises to power there and ends up killing Darth Plagueis. I think that would be a better show. Yeah, you can see him in the background behind, like in a cave. You can see Plagueis on the very last episode uh, of the Acolyte. So I think that would be a better show because then it would develop Palpatine and then showing him as his apprentice and showing you can get the development of someone in the dark side of the Force. But they on the Acolyte, unfortunately, they messed up the show, hyping it up more than you. Yeah, and that's what I was about to say, that it got some bad reviews. Oh, at the end, there's a show called The Acolyte on Disney/Hulu. It's about the start. It's basically how it's the Jedi's of the Old Republic, really years and years and years before that. Um, and so, and at the very end of that TV series, they only made one season of it. Yoda actually comes out. I'm throwing a bunch of spoilers here out. And then two, you see someone who is Darth Plagueis the Wise. Now, Darth Plagueis the Wise was a person or a Jedi Master that trained um, Darth Sidious or Emperor Palpatine. Well, thank you very much there, Prophet of Truth. Um, yes. Now, the thing about super fan about Obi-Wan's, if you notice, um, he was a Jedi Master that every time learned from his mistakes. So every time he would learn more and more. I'll talk to anybody. I'm, and um I'll speak about how I feel about things. That is Elf on the Shelf. Yes. That's an original Elf from the 90s. Do you guys know that if you really, really look through on the Senate floor in like episode 1 in Star Wars episode 1 and 2, you in the background you can see like ET, you can see, I think you can even see the Predators and the Alien, because it's supposed to be in galaxies of different types of aliens. So I've seen, I think I've seen Alien, and I know I've seen the ETs on there. Now that would be cool if they had Alf there. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. We've been doing pretty good here. Wow, we're at 1,200 views. Well, I think I'm gonna start getting ready to we're gonna start getting ready to shut down this stream. It's been a great night, you guys. You have a good day, and thank you for joining me here.